Welcome to homework.
To determine whether the company should bid for the contract and at which bid price, we need to calculate the expected monetary value, or EMV, for each decision. And we can do this with a decision tree. So first, the cost of preparing the bid is $8,000. The probability of being shortlisted is 0.7. The probability of not being shortlisted would then be 0.3. And the cost of providing further detailed information would be $5,000. We have possible bids of $160,000 with a probability of 0.8 of being accepted if shortlisted. A bid price of $180,000 with a probability of 0.7 of being accepted if shortlisted. And a bid price of $200,000 with a probability of 0.6 of being accepted if shortlisted. Labor and material is $108,000. So let's calculate the EMV for the bid of $160,000. If it's shortlisted, which has a 0.7 probability, and accepted at a 0.8 probability, then the revenue would be $160,000. The costs would be the $108 for labor and material, the $500 for the detailed info, and $8,000 for preparing the bid, which is $121,000 in costs, which means the profit is $39,000 with a profitability of 0.7 times 0.8, which is 0.56. It's rejected, has a 0.2 probability, and that would be a loss of $13,000, and that would have a probability of 0.7 times 0.2, or 0.14. Now, the EMV then for a $160,000 bid would be equal to a 0.56 probability of making $39,000 plus a 14% probability of losing $13,000, and then plus a 30% probability of losing $8,000. And this totals to $17,620. Okay. Now, if the bid price is $180,000, then the revenue would be $180,000. And if it's accepted at a 70% probability, 0.7, with the costs totaling $121,000, that would give you a profit of it wasn't EMV yet. Of $59,000, and that has a 0.7% probability of being shortlisted and 0.7 probability of being accepted. So that's 0.7 times 0.7, or 0.49. So the EMV would be a 49% chance of making $59,000, and then it would have a 0.7 times 0.3 of being rejected, or 0.21 of losing the $13,000. And you'd have a 30% of being rejected, then you're out $8,000. And that's $23,780. And finally, for the 200,000 probability, once you take out costs, then you're left with a profit possibility of 79,000, and you have a probability of 0.7 times 0.6 or 0.42 of a profit of 79,000. Then you would have, for being rejected, you have a 0.7 probability of being shortlisted and 0.4 of being rejected. That's 0.28 times losing 13,000. And then you have a 0.3 probability of losing 8,000. And that totals 27,140. So you should, the company should bid $200,000. The decision tree so if we bid 200,000 or no bid, well, it's got a shortlist probability of 0.70 and not shortlist of 0.30. It's accepted at 0.42 or rejected at 0.28. And then if it's accepted, then you'd have either a profit of 79,000 or a loss of 13,000. And then if it's rejected, you'd have a loss of 8,000.